Talking to Knox here. It's Crash from 99.5 ZPL, and you're actually getting ready to get into a Corvette Z06 with an Indy NXT champion.
Yes, sir.
And ride around the IMS.
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Like, what do you? What's you got? Butterflies? What's going on?
I don't know. I've never been in a fast car in my life. I'm actually one of those drivers. I'm the slowest driver. Like, my girlfriend hates being in the car with me because I drive like 1 mile over whatever the speed limit is, and then I'm just chilling. So I've never. I'm excited.
You are who we aspire to be, because I'm over there. My girlfriend gets road rage. I get road rage. We all do.
Yeah, dude. I'm a pretty tame guy on the road, I would say. So this is going to be a little out of my comfort zone. But I'm ready. It'll be fun.
I caught tunnel vision at 150 miles an hour, so I don't know how fast this guy's going to take you.
I'm scared.
I think you'll be all right. I mean, you're in safe hands.
That's true.
So I want to talk about your love for Marvel.
Okay.
Really quick,
okay. Speaking my language.
You've hit every Thursday night opening since Iron Man in 08?
Yeah, well, I did. I broke my streak on Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
So it was like a 12-year streak that got broken recently, which was pretty. I was 25 years old and I cried. But,
I mean, what's your favorite out of the whole universe?
Oh, okay. Not including the Avengers movies, because obviously those don't count because they're obviously insane. Probably, this might be a hot take, but I think Thor 3 is pretty good, dude. Thor Ragnarok is it's in that Guardians of the Galaxy realm, but it's I think it's sick. I love the characters and the story. It's good.
I'm a fan of the Thor movies. Those are among my favorites.
Yeah. So
tell me a little bit about you got to open for the band Camino.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a huge band Camino fan.
Me too.
One of their moms follows me on Twitter. I think her name is Mama Camino or whatever.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
What's your favorite part of that band? Like, what's your favorite song or one of the albums? Or
probably they have a song on their first EP, Try Hard, called What I Want.
Okay.
That is, I think it's a perfect song. It's sick and live. It's insane. But dude, just my favorite part about them is their live show is so unbelievable. I remember seeing them live, and I was like, man, I want to make music and play shows like that are just absolutely insane. And so, yeah, I'm pretty lucky. Now they're friends of mine, which is sick.
Yeah.
I still totally fangirl over them. I'm not sure if they know that. I hope they don't know that, but I do.
I saw them at Hangout Fest.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever played there?
No, but I always have friends that go there, and then obviously now I have friends that play on it, which is pretty sick. Maybe one day I'm manifesting that I get on that lineup.
Bro.
That'd be pretty dope.
Most up-and-comers I interview end up playing there within a year.
Hey, there we go. That's what I like to hear.
Jessie Murph, I interviewed her.
Oh, cool.
I forget when exactly it was, but she's on this year.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, you might be next year, man. It's a sight. It's
hope.
amazing.
I hope.
And I do want to touch on, when you got the call saying, you're the guy, you're going on tour, we want to do this. Because you started on TikTok.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people discovered you through TikTok. They downloaded the songs. Then you got the EP out. But what did you feel the day you got that phone call?
I mean, it was crazy because I always told my little sister, I was like, I'm gonna find a way to open for Band Camino one day. And so to have that confirmation, she was the first person I called. I was like, I'm actually doing it. But dude, it was cool, and it was it was a lot of things, man. It was incredible, but it was also terrifying because I had not only did I just start kind of popping off on TikTok, whatever, I had just made TikTok. I had just introduced kind of the world to what KNOX music is, because I was doing the songwriting thing before that for so long. And I posted my first I literally posted my first ever TikTok, and then 3.5 weeks later I was on the road with them. It was so fast how it happened. And so it was a whirlwind of everything. And then the first real show I played was Georgia Theater, sold out with them. I mean, it was absolutely terrifying, but worked out. I had fun, and now I love, obviously I love being on stage and stuff now.
Do you have anything you go through, progressions before you go on stage? Any kind of superstitions, anything like that?
No, dude, I'm religious about doing the vocal warm-ups and drinking. I drink throat coat all day, every day when I'm on tour. Strictly throat coat and water, nothing else. I had one Mountain Dew the other day.
Is that your go-to for caffeine, Mountain Dew?
Well, I can't even drink caffeine for real because I am such a spaz already that if I drink caffeine, I'm just going to be an absolute lunatic. So, yeah, but if I'm drinking one, That's the Ohio boy in me. I'm drinking Mountain Dew for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Nothing wrong with that. I'm on board with that
Right.
Mountain Dew.
Right.
I do want to dive in a little bit to NYC and what that
Yeah.
means to you, because I know it's a very special song that you do not want anybody else to have. You didn't
Yeah.
want to let anybody else record it for you. Tell me
Yeah.
about that song and how special it is.
Dude, well, one, thanks for bringing that up. Nobody ever asked about that song, and that's like you said, that's my favorite one. I don't know what it is. I wrote it when I was about 19, or pretty early on when I started doing this, and it was just one of those songs. Like anytime I'd be around friends back home in Ohio, like I'd come back and I would go on vacations with, like, I have one friend that his family would take me on their family vacation, and they said the only way you could come is if you bring your guitar. And so it was always like when they would be like, play a song you've written, it was always the first song that I would play. Like I just had this like connection to it, and I always knew it would always feel wrong to see somebody else sing it, and I never even thought I'd be an artist, so I never thought the world was ever going to hear it at all. So the fact that they do now and I get to sing it every night it's like this weird trip, dude. It's really cool to see. It's really just because I remember all of the times of singing it to people in restaurants where there was 5 people and 2 of them were my mom and dad. So yeah, it's a pretty surreal thing.
Yeah, we had Imagine Dragons used to come around here and tour, and they would stop in here and they'd play at the Hard Rock. 30 to 50 people about 12 years ago, and now arenas.
Now they're one of the biggest bands in the universe. It's crazy.
I mean, the whole catalog sounds amazing to me.
Yeah.
And then you do have an album out called How to Lose a Girl in 7 Songs.
Yeah. Little quick 7-song EP. Yes,
I was gonna say, what are the 7 steps?
Dude, it was actually funny, man. Like because all the songs were just these random songs that I had written, and I always feel like when I write songs, I'm never intentionally writing that, right? I'll just write a song and I'm like, oh, this song is just this, but then I will look back on them, months after they've been written, or years after, whatever it is, and be like, oh, that's why I made that song. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of hits you after. And so I had these just 7 random songs, and I kind of felt there was this like through line between all of them, and I was like, oh, dude, these are all like, they're upbeat and they're fun. But if you just like stripped them all and played them on acoustic guitar, they're all like sad songs. Like they're all like kind of upsetting and about like going through, I feel like every single song is just a different situation in which a relationship can fall apart. And so, yeah, and then I was kind of just thinking of things that went with rom-coms and How to Lose a Girl in 7 Songs. It just kind of rolled off the tongue, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny, and so that's how it kind of came together.
It fits perfect, man.
Right.
And then you have the song that we're playing on ZPL is Not the 1975.
Yes, sir.
I caught a little snippet about what the song's about. Can you tell me about that more?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I had somebody tell me that, I was telling them that I had a record deal. I was trying to be cool. I was like, yeah, signed to Atlantic Records, whatever. And they were like, dude, that's sick, but you'll never be Matty Healy. And I was like, and it was honestly kind of funny. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. And the next day I just woke up and had that, had the chorus line and melody kind of stuck in my head. And I told my one buddy, I was like, I don't know what this is, but this one line, we can write a whole song just based around this one line. And man, we wrote like 6 different versions of the song. There's so many. I mean, and one of them is, if I showed you the first version of it, I mean, you would laugh. It's like so bad. It is hilariously bad. And so, but I knew, like, after we did the first one, I was like, dude, there's something in this concept. It's really good. I don't think we hit it on the head, but I think we can. And so, I think we did, which is sick that, it's playing on the radio, which, thank you, by the way. It's pretty awesome to see. And my mom thinks I'm like famous now, so it's pretty dope.
Radio play.
I guess we're on the way. I guess we'll see.
Speaking of your mom and your parents and your girlfriend, what's the one constant, the person or people or whoever has been there since day one, since you're like, I want to do this, and now you're doing it? Dude,
to be honest, I have a couple friends from college that they are the ones that, like, I probably wouldn't even be in this position without them. They were all, so I just did Columbus last week. They were the ones that, they kind of told me, so when I went to school, when I started learning how to play, I would play out in our little, like, lobby of our, our dorm. And I would always like, they would always be like, dude, go get the guitar, let's like jam, whatever. And I would play them like all sorts of songs. And then they were the ones who told me like, you should go play on an open mic night. And I had first said no, but then they were like, come on, like you won't do it. And then like when someone does something like that, I'm just like the type of guy, I'm like, oh, okay, watch this. Like I'll go do it. And then I went and played, and I kind of realized like I'd met all these people that night that had been playing. I was kind of trying to learn from them and asking like, how long you been doing this? How long you been singing in front of people? And they had been doing it for like years, and I'd been doing it for like a week. And I was like, man, not that I was better than them, but I was like, I can hold my own with these guys that have been like doing it forever. And then I'm just like competitive. So I was like, all right, I want to try and be as like good as I can at this. But those people, those friends from college who, like I said, I'm still friends with, they like Wednesday nights, there was a place in Athens, Ohio called Casa Nueva. It was this like Mexican restaurant that did open mic nights on Wednesday. And they would come every single Wednesday. And sometimes there would be a ton of people there. Sometimes there would be just them, but they were always there. Every Wednesday they'd text me like, hey, what time should we be there tonight? And pretty much anything I did when I was at OU, they were just always there. And now they still come to every single show. Like I still send them like the second I make a new song, if I love it, I send it right to them. And so, yeah, definitely those guys. They're amazing. They're some of like the best friends that I could ever ask for. So, super lucky, dude.
Yeah, the open mic night made me think of you're a double dog dare guy.
Double
dog dare you.
Yeah, like, when someone tells me like I'm not gonna do something, I'll be like, okay, like I could do that. Yeah. Like, and so it worked out.
I did the same thing. And then either writing music, recording music, being on stage. Where do you get the most like exhilaration? Like, oh my God, like this is it. This is what it's that feeling you get where it's all worth it.
Yeah, honestly. The shows are sick, and I love seeing people sing the songs back. That's obviously like that's kind of like the go-to answer. But the thing that gets me the most excited is being in a studio and knowing that you just made something like special. You know what I mean? It's that moment where you just finished all the lyrics and you're like looking at your friend being like, bro, we just made that. Like that's insane. And just kind of right when I feel like right when I finish songs, I can see the whole product. You know what I mean? Like I can see the video, I can see the cover art, I can see how it's going to go live. And that's the thing that got me into it in the first place, was just like making songs. And I just love waking up and like, I think it's so cool when you make a song and then I'll always be like, man, isn't it crazy how that didn't exist yesterday? Like that wasn't even a thing yesterday. And now it's this like, has potential to be something that can touch, millions of people, which I think is so unbelievably special.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely. Appreciate you stopping by today.
Dude, thanks for having me,
man.
You're
going to kill it at the High Five tonight. It's a good show. Hit us with your socials, just in case.
Yeah. Follow me on all social media is just at Music by KNOX, KNOX. And then on all the streaming platforms, all that, it's just KNOX, KNOX. You can find everything there. So please go listen to it. I think it's all sick. And go listen to everything, not the 1975. I think the others, there's some hidden gems in there that I don't think people have heard yet that I think will one day have their moment.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Dude, thanks, dog.
99.5